Japan used a colorful chart with pictures and a map to explain its U.S. investments to Trump.
Here's a summary of the article.
Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe on Friday presented U.S. President Donald Trump with a straightforward, colorful chart to explain Japanese investment in the U.S., a White House official told Axios. Trump met with Abe on Friday morning at the G20 summit in Osaka, Japan. The New York Times reporter Peter Baker tweeted a picture of the chart and commented, "Like others around the world, the Japanese have figured out how to play to a visiting Trump." The president referred to the investments in remarks to reporters after the meeting with Abe. Trump has often refused to read long briefing documents before meetings. Foreign and U.S. officials have been forced to come up with new ways to get their point across to the president. The European Commission President, Jean-Claude Juncker, reportedly explained trade policy using colorful cue cards at a meeting last July.
This post received a score of 6,874, with an upvote ratio of 91%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Didn't Merkel tell him 10 times that he can't trade with Germany, only with EU? He got it right on the 11th time. Genius.
John Oliver's bit was great on this. Deal with Europe. Ha. 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 Deal with Europe. Oh, okay, we'll deal with Europe then.
Source, at 6:30 mark.
You can do this.
So add t=x at the end of URL where x is number of seconds into the video. Neat.
You can actually just right-click on the video when you're at the time you want to link. But yeah.
I did not know this. Nifty.
Soon on our Life Pro Tips.
Remember, last year the EU also had to use colorful flashcards in order to explain trade policy to Trump.
Trump cards, brilliant. It trumps words.
Can we start calling him the crayon president?
Come on, we all know those crayons are just going to end up stuck up his nose.
Maybe there's already crayons in there, like Homer.
Haha, so if we can just get it removed we might end up with a slightly above average intelligence president.
Yeah, he's actually a genius. He just has a gold crayon lodged in his temporal lobe from an unfortunate coloring accident at age 5.
Trump has united the world in laughing at him. Even the ones pretending not to, do it in secret. Yes, that's the good thing about him. In a way, for example, he's making the EU great again. I remember seeing a study that stated that most of the money lost in the trade war between the US and China is ending up benefiting EU companies. So, thanks Trump. Who knows? Maybe he'll re-elected? Go Europe.
Don't you put that evil on me, MORGENNES. Don't you put that on US.
I'm so sorry and we all love you, but only the US can do that to the US. Russia, too. Well, they certainly helped. But without the US, the GOP, they couldn't have achieved much.
That's the sad part. The majority voted for Hillary, and Trump went and played for the smaller states for more electorals. So it was fucked from the start. The question here is, did he comprehend it?
Of course not. If it's not about him, he doesn't care.
It's really embarrassing to think of a bunch of Japanese guys think-tanking how best to present this information to a mental toddler like Trump. Our leader had to have an infographic made because he can't understand a simple investment report. This is what happens when we elect idiots that speak like one of us. We become the laughing stock of the world, having to literally treat our president like a child. I would imagine many of our allies waiting to see whether the US will come back to their senses in 2020, but even then their confidence on being able to count on us must have been severely damaged. If we can elect someone like Trump once, what's stopping us to do it again in the future? Talk about long-term damage to our image.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to Speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.